Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're someone who enjoys stories about Hollywood legends, then you're going to love today's video. We're talking about none other than Clint Eastwood, a true icon of the silver screen. Can you believe that this cinematic giant is about to celebrate his 94th birthday? That's right. 94 years of life. With more than half of it spent entertaining audiences, pushing cinematic boundaries, and building a legacy that stands tall in the world of film. From his tough, silent characters in westerns to his powerful work behind the camera, Eastwood's contributions are nothing short of historic. Clint Eastwood's name has been synonymous with strong characters, unforgettable movies, and a no-nonsense approach to storytelling. Whether you know him as the man with no name in the old westerns, or as the sharp, gritty cop in Dirty Harry, his screen presence is something you don't easily forget. And then there's his work as a director. Stories like $1 Million, Baby Unforgiven, and Gran Torino show that he's not just an actor who made a name for himself, but also a filmmaker with incredible depth. He's directed, acted, produced, and even composed music for his films. It's hard to imagine the movie industry without him. But today, we're not just revisiting his filmography. We're looking at what life looks like for Clint Eastwood now, as he enters his mid-90s with so many decades in the spotlight. Eastwood has managed something quite rare for a Hollywood figure: a relatively private life. Despite being one of the most well-known names in the industry, Clint has always preferred a lifestyle that's more laid back and grounded. He's never been one to chase attention or splash his personal life across the headlines. Even when he's been in the public eye, it's usually because of his work, not scandals or drama. That sense of personal discipline and quiet strength seems to have followed him throughout his life. So where exactly has Clint Eastwood chosen to spend his golden years? The answer is as fitting as you might expect: in a peaceful and scenic town on California's central coast known as Carmel-by-the-Sea. If you've never heard of Carmel, don't worry. It's not your typical tourist hotspot. It's a charming, small coastal town that looks like it belongs in a storybook. With its beautiful shorelines, European-style cottages, quiet streets, and artistic community, Carmel offers a kind of tranquility that's becoming increasingly rare in today's fast-paced world. Eastwood's connection to Carmel isn't just about owning a home there. It goes much deeper. He's lived in the area for many years, and back in the late 1980s, he even served as the town's mayor. That's right. Clint Eastwood went from directing movie sets to helping direct the future of an entire town. His time in office wasn't just symbolic either. He played a role in preserving Carmel's unique charm, and made efforts to support the local community. It was a reflection of how much he cares about the place he calls home. That blend of leadership, humility, and genuine care is something you rarely see from someone who's spent their life in the spotlight. Clint's home in Carmel reflects everything you'd expect from a man who has built a life based on simplicity, strength, and connection to nature. It's not a massive, flashy mansion loaded with gold accents and extravagant pools. Instead, it's a comfortable, rustic residence nestled among the trees. Private, peaceful, and elegant in a quiet way. The house is designed to blend in with the natural landscape, offering privacy and serenity rather than attention and luxury. Large windows bring in natural light and allow Eastwood to look out at the surrounding greenery and, in some areas, the vast Pacific Ocean. It's the kind of place where you can sit for hours, just soaking in the beauty around you. People who've spent time in the area say it's not uncommon to see Clint around town, not surrounded by paparazzi or fanfare, but just living his life like any other resident. He's often spotted visiting his favorite restaurants, talking with locals, or simply enjoying a walk. There's something refreshing about someone of his stature being so grounded. In many ways, it feels like Clint Eastwood has always been ahead of his time, not in a flashy, futuristic way, but in a way that prioritizes peace over chaos, reflection over noise, and quality over quantity. Of course, even at 94, Clint Eastwood is far from retired in the traditional sense. While many would be content to step away from the spotlight completely, Eastwood continues to stay creatively active. He has remained involved in film projects, whether through producing, directing, or simply offering his insights and experience to younger filmmakers. That kind of dedication speaks volumes about his passion for storytelling. It's not about staying relevant, it's about continuing to do what he loves. What's also impressive is how Eastwood has managed to maintain a level of health and energy that many people decades younger would envy. He's credited this to a mix of regular exercise, eating well, and keeping stress to a minimum. He's never been known for wild partying or unhealthy habits. Instead, he's lived in a way that supports longevity, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And when you see him today, while of course age has changed him, that unmistakable spark in his eyes is still there. Eastwood's family life has also played a significant role in these later years. He's a father and grandfather, and although he's kept much of his family life private, it's clear that he values those relationships deeply. Friends close to him say he enjoys spending time with his children and grandchildren whenever possible. And in a life full of awards, applause, and career milestones, it's often those quiet, personal moments with family that mean the most. It's also worth mentioning that Clint has never been one to dwell on fame. He's spoken in interviews about how he never really saw himself as a celebrity. To him, it was always about the work, about doing something meaningful, about creating stories that moved people, and about staying true to himself. Even his career choices reflect this. He's never been afraid to take risks, to try new genres, or to tell stories that others might shy away from. That kind of artistic courage is rare and deeply admirable. As he celebrates this incredible milestone of turning 94, many people around the world are reflecting on what Clint Eastwood means to them. For some, he's a symbol of classic Americana, the lone gunman, the tough detective, the man who doesn't back down. For others, he's a cinematic genius who brought unforgettable stories to life. And for many more, he's simply a role model for how to age with dignity, grace, and purpose. There's also something very comforting about knowing that someone like Clint Eastwood is still with us, still quietly contributing to the world, and still showing that age doesn't have to slow you down. He reminds us that life doesn't end at retirement. In fact, for some, it's just another chapter. It's a message that resonates with people of all ages. Whether you're in your 20s or your 70s, there's something to be learned from Eastwood's journey, and perhaps that's why this story of a man in his 90s living peacefully in a small, coastal town is so compelling. It's not about drama or fame. It's about balance, about building a life that isn't just successful, but meaningful. Clint Eastwood has seen the world, worked with some of the greatest talents in history, and made movies that defined generations. And yet, today, he finds joy in the little things. A good view, a quiet walk, a shared laugh with family. As we wrap up, take a moment to think about what we can all take away from Clint Eastwood's story. It's not just about becoming a Hollywood star. It's about staying true to who you are, valuing your peace, and continuing to grow even as the years go by. It's about realizing that success isn't just about money or fame. Sometimes, it's about being able to wake up in a place you love, surrounded by the people who matter most. So here's to Clint Eastwood, the actor, the director, the leader, and the man. 94 years of life, and still going strong. We hope this glimpse into his life today has inspired you as much as it has us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of Hollywood's most legendary figures. And let us know in the comments, what's your favorite Clint Eastwood movie, and what do you admire most about him? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.